Frank Thompson. I work for Thurrock Careers, what used to be Connections, as a personal advisor based here 5 days a week in the Gateway Academy. My job is to help the teenagers with basically anything that's going on in their life as a teenager, any of the challenges they face. Get involved in anything from relationships, behaviour problems, anything really that could be a barrier for them moving on to do something positive with their life. To be honest, I pride myself in taking a bit of extra time with those youngsters to say, well, let's try and find out the things that will help them to be engaged, at least to some extent, in school, or start to find some alternative education provision that's ideal for them. We have lots of youngsters here now who go out to do some work experience one day or more during the week, just as a bit of an extra to their education that they get here at school. I was very lucky. I left school at 16 and joined Unilever, and I really loved chemistry. I liked making stink bombs and fireworks and things like that in chemistry, and that's what I wanted to do. One of the key drivers for me to actually leaving the grammar school at 16 and going to work was to actually get some money to help the family out at that particular time. When I was 15, 16, I had a careers master who I had many conversations with. And although the expectation was you stayed on to do A-levels and go to university, he just said to me, well, what's in your heart? He said, follow your heart. And my heart wasn't in school. I just wanted to get out there and do something really with chemistry. And that's what I did. My mother was the one who worked at Unilever. She worked in the office. So I didn't really have an interview. I just went there as a trainee laboratory technician. Today you'd call it an apprentice. But they supported me. I worked there 4 days a week, 1 day a week at college and a couple of evenings a week to get up to degree level in chemistry or advanced analytical chemistry. And then had a career over 36, nearly 37 years in Unilever. Wasn't always in the lab. After the laboratory I became a manager in the oil refinery. From then I went into HR, went back into manufacturing for a while, but ended up for the last 15 years in HR. Unilever encourages its employees to get involved in the local community, very, very much involved in education and training, while still having a role with Unilever. I was very, very interested in what Connections did, and when I had the opportunity to take early retirement at the age of 53, I joined Connections 7 years ago and love it. My father was a maths teacher. In fact, he was a maths teacher for 35 years at a school called Torrals, which was closed down to create the Gateway Academy. So there's quite a link there as well, and why I'm particularly pleased to be here in the Gateway. The most wonderful feeling to me about work is that of being wanted. And when I come here in the Gateway Academy, I get the feeling that the youngsters and staff and their families want my help. And there's no greater feeling than that in the world, than somebody actually wants you to help them. What also drives me is the personal sense of achievement and fulfilment I get from meeting the youngsters and their families a year or two or more down the road and hear what they've done since they've left the school and sort of the wonderful things they've done and perhaps the little part you played in that. I mean, the advice I would give young people is encapsulated in a sign I've got in my office which says, your heart may be on the left, but it's always right. So I would say, please always think about what's really going to make you happy, what's in your heart, and follow your dream, but have a backup plan. Well, I'm over 60 now, and looking to the future, I just want to carry on doing what I do and what I love for as long as I can, as long as they want me, and as long as I'm fit and healthy enough to be able to do it.